Hi there, and welcome back to Decoding Narcissism. I'm Dr. Jenn, and if you're listening to this today, I want you to know you're not alone. Today, we're shining a light on one of the trickiest narcissist types to spot, the covert narcissist. Unlike the grandiose or the bullying narcissist, the covert one hides behind a mask of vulnerability, insecurity, or false humility. They can be the hardest to identify and the most confusing to break free from. So get comfortable and let's unpack who they really are, how they operate, and the steps you can take to protect yourself and heal. So, what exactly is a covert narcissist? While a grandiose narcissist wants everyone to admire them loudly, the covert narcissist plays the victim. They come across as shy, misunderstood, or even self-deprecating. But underneath, they have the same lack of empathy and constant need for validation. They just get it differently, through guilt, silent treatment, or passive aggression. Ever felt like someone was always making you feel guilty, even when you hadn't done anything wrong? Or maybe you felt like you always had to tiptoe around their moods. Maybe you can relate. Covert narcissists are common because in some ways they are magnetic. Their shy, venerable, always the victim type of persona is one of their biggest secret weapons. Whether it be in person, across the classroom, at work, or online, the covert narcissist knows their narcissist playbook inside and out and will follow it to a T. So if you are aware of their behaviors and traits, especially when you become drawn to them, then you'll save a lot of emotional turmoil and becoming a target of their moods very quickly. Now let's go deeper and look at how they think and operate. So whether it is shyness or playing the victim, it's safe to say that you should always remember that the covert narcissist's biggest weapon is subtlety. So, what does this mean for you? They'll draw you in with tales of how no one understands them, how they've been wronged over and over. By family, friends, strangers they've met for dates, even the checkout clerk who made a miscalculation when they made a stop at the bank. In a nutshell, if it can be used to garner sympathy and your attention, they will use it. And over time, once they have you all for themselves, especially in more intimate relations, they create an unspoken contract. If you really care, you'll fix me, save me, understand me. You end up playing therapist, cheerleader, or caretaker. And when you can't meet their impossible needs, you're the bad guy. You'll get calls out of the blue when they need you or need your help. Don't be fooled. This is their power play, and if something is keeping you feeling confused and questioning the dynamics between your relationship with this person, then that's your gut telling you that something is off. My advice? Follow your gut feeling. Don't excuse it by discussing things with the narcissist. This just gives them more ammo to store and a chance to guilt trip you or even come up with some new tactics to keep you hooked. So what if you do or say something perfectly normal but wrong in their mind? Well, the good news is they rarely rage like the overt narcissist, so big blow-up arguments are typically avoided and you don't have to worry about the escalation of a conversation becoming something worse. But this comes with a price. Instead, they withhold affection, sulk for days or weeks, give you the silent treatment either in person or through not contacting you, or they will go as far as playing the martyr. Sound familiar? Maybe you've seen it in a family member, a partner, or even a friend. If so, note down some behaviors. Is there a pattern? How did it make you feel and how did you respond? Taking notes as we go through this series of videos will not only help you capture experiences in the moment, it also offers a sort of self-diagnosis or evaluation of how you might have engaged with a covert narcissist, even unknowingly at the time. Ask yourself, how much did they take from you both physically and psychologically? How did you deal with certain situations at the time? Mapping out experiences is a great way to find some clarity and realization when it comes to beginning your healing journey and moving away from a potential state of confusion, which could be disastrous in your day-to-day life, affect your ability to meet new people, focus on your career, family, and most importantly, yourself. So let's now remove the mask and peel back those layers so that we can understand more about why covert narcissists can be both dangerous and damaging. So why are they so damaging? It's the emotional exhaustion they cause and the self-doubt they plant in your mind. If you do not feel good enough, then a big factor is that the covert narcissist has ways to keep you in that state of mind so that you become dependent on them. So what does this look like? You question yourself constantly. Am I doing enough? Am I selfish? Why do I feel like I'm always walking on eggshells? Over time, your confidence erodes. You become hyper-aware of their moods, always trying to keep the peace. And because they play the victim so well, other people might not see what you see. This can make you feel isolated, like no one would believe you if you spoke up. Ever felt like you were the only one who saw the truth? You're not imagining it. So let's change this. Let's now create an unbreakable toolkit to keep you protected. Firstly, how do you spot a covert narcissist? It's a fine line. How can you tell if someone's covertly narcissistic and not just insecure or sensitive? Be sure to look for these patterns. They always have a sob story, but never seem to change or grow from it. They use passive aggression, backhanded compliments, guilt trips, or sarcastic digs. They're hypersensitive to criticism, but never open to genuine feedback. They play the martyr. They'll remind you of everything they've done for you to make you feel indebted to them. And they withhold affection or attention as punishment. The classic silent treatment. Do any of those ring true for you? Maybe you've experienced this in a relationship or with a parent. Feel free to share in the comments. Maybe this helps someone stay protected. Next, how far can they go? The covert narcissist may not scream or threaten, but the damage they cause can be deep and lasting. They can make you feel like you're the problem, that your needs are too much, or that you're cold or ungrateful. The danger here is that this can have a ripple effect towards the relationships that you develop in the future. Or worse, you become like them. You adopt a victim mindset and begin using that as a tool to attract people into your life. Now, you might understand why these types of narcissists are so common. They may triangulate, comparing you to others to make you feel less than worthy or invalidated. A classic playbook move to get you to work harder for their much-needed seal of approval. They might sabotage your confidence subtly, questioning your choices, doubting your goals. They are very good at coming across as understanding, but also breaking you down gently, keeping you in line, all while maintaining that mask of poor me. So if you're feeling drained, anxious, or guilty all the time, pay attention. It might not be you. Something that people often want to know is, can people with narcissistic personality disorders be helped? Can a covert narcissist change? What if it's a family member or partner and they are your only line of support, or going no contact isn't an option? Sadly, most don't change or seek help. They get too much from playing the victim and having people revolve around their wounds. It's like an addiction for them. If they do go to therapy, they might twist it, using what they learn to keep you hooked and devise a smarter yet more deceptive front to reel you back in or continue their manipulation. So waiting for them to suddenly become self-aware and apologetic can keep you stuck for years. Let's just put a marker on this now and assume that any moment of genuine realization or remorse will never happen. The real power is in recognizing the pattern and deciding what you'll tolerate. So now we have a strong sense of a covert narcissist. Let's now focus on how to break free. So what's the secret to breaking free? First, trust your gut. If something always feels off, don't gaslight yourself. Second, stop trying to fix them. It's not your job to heal someone who benefits from staying broken. Third, set boundaries, even if they guilt trip you for it. You're not cruel for protecting your energy. Fourth, get support. Covert narcissists thrive when you're isolated, so reconnect with people who see you clearly. And finally, remember, you don't need their permission to walk away. They may play the victim even more when you do, even turn on the waterworks, but that's not your burden to carry or river to swim in. And as always, the final segment of this video, healing and aftercare. Healing after a covert narcissist can feel like shaking off a layer of glue, hard to shake off and messy. The questions stick to you, and you replay scenarios over and over. You might question yourself for a while. Was I too harsh? Did I abandon them? Be gentle with yourself. Reconnect with who you were before the guilt and self-doubt. Journaling, therapy, and safe friendships can help you rebuild your trust in yourself. Every step you take away from their drama is a step back to your own peace. And before we end this video, let's consider what life looks like after. Picture waking up without feeling responsible for someone else's happiness. Imagine spending a whole day without worrying if someone's off mood is your fault. You get to be free. You get to feel enough, just as you are. Wouldn't that feel like taking a deep breath after being underwater? It's possible, and you deserve it. To wrap up, here is my takeaway thought for you. If this made you think of someone in your life, know you're not alone. Maybe share this with someone who might need to hear it too. And here's my question for you. What's one boundary you can set this week to protect your peace? There's no right or wrong answer. Write down your thoughts, take some alone time, and engage in self-talk. Record your thoughts using a voice record app. Store it privately in a cloud drive and listen back to it the following day. Whatever you approach, keep going. Find your comfort zone, calm environment, and as you find yourself healing, move at your own pace. So for now, precious ones, take care of yourself. And know this, you're stronger than you think. So take pride in progress, and I'll see you in the next one.